All right. I hit the live. All right, we're live now with AtinPiano, Musical Basics, and Lucky Piano.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going? I gotta make sure to notify everyone. So, let's see. We've got quite a few people here with us today. Say hello to everyone.
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
And do you guys have the chats pulled up as well?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
The stream chat, right?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yes. Yes.
All right, let me just send out some notifications. All right, so let's start off with introductions for those in the audience who don't know about us. Atin, would you like to start?
Sure thing. I'm AtinPiano. I run a YouTube channel where I cover mostly video game and film music soundtrack pieces with a Synthesia visualizer overlaid on top. And I work a lot with Lyric because he is so kind to make those the visualizer part for me these days.
Aw, I appreciate that, Atin.
Of course.
Yeah, and how about Musical Basics? Let's hear your introduction.
Yeah, sure. So, hey everyone. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Lionel. Well, Musical Basics on YouTube. Pianist, composer. I've been YouTubing for like over 10 years, actually. And had a bunch of my original music on there. And actually, last month I did my first concert at Carnegie Hall.
Wow.
Congrats.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Sounds really
amazing, terrifying, but awesome. And so now I'm doing, streaming like every 2 times a week, and yeah, just connecting with the fans more and having fun. Really, just getting more into the YouTube than I used to. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Glad to
Sounds
see
good.
you're getting situated.
Yeah, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. And Lucky Piano.
Yep. Hey everyone, my name is Lucky Piano. I'm a small YouTuber based in New Zealand, and I do the old school style of just filming me playing the piano, doing covers of sort of whatever I feel like. Sometimes it's Imagine Dragons, sometimes it's Queen, recently Arctic Monkeys, and yeah, just a bit of everything, I guess.
That's awesome. So you like to bounce around a lot of different genres as well?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when my friends roast me for not knowing certain songs. So I gotta learn all the time.
Yeah, when someone knows the song and you don't know it, they're like, "How could you
How
not
do
know
you
this
not
song?"
know this song?
Or like,
Everyone knows this song.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. The same. You hear all the same stuff.
Yeah, I noticed you have a lot of Arctic Monkeys. Is that like your favorite band?
Arctic Monkeys are my favorite band, and I think a lot of my recent subscribers really like that sort of stuff. So I'm sort of just trying to go in one direction and then come back to Arctic Monkeys and then go back another direction. Just trying to keep everyone happy, I guess.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I like them too, actually.
Mhm.
Ah, sweet. Always good to know there's another Arctic Monkeys fan out there.
I used to listen to them a lot.
Yes.
All
So
right.
that's cool.
And for those of you who maybe are here from one of these fine fellows here, I'm Lyric Wolf. I am an arranger, transcriber, producer here on the YouTube platform. I run the YouTube Piano Community server on Discord, which is linked below. And as well, you can find all of Atin's, Lucky Pianos, and Musical Basics channels in the description as well, so you can make sure to drop a subscribe on them.
Much appreciated.
Yay, advertising.
Yeah, right, shameless. Also, thank you, Lane
Always.
Johnson, for the $5 super chat. The moo. I don't have overlays enabled, but we do appreciate the donation.
I see another one from Gam Cal.
Yeah, Gamcal. You can actually still hear it on the stream. I have a Metaton sound effect play for them, but I just don't have the visual notification enabled. But Gamcal, thank you for the £3 super
Hi
chat.
there, I am intoxicated.
And you are intoxicated.
Great.
I mean, that's a good way to pass a Saturday.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, one of the better ways, I'd say. But yes, Temmie asks if I'm better and how the flu is. Actually, for those of you who don't know, I am actually sick with the flu right now. I am getting
I'd
over
give
it.
a little something before
And
going.
Bitwolf, thank you for
Heart
the
with ribbon.
£2 super chat. And I hope you have a good rest.
Yeah, I hope you get better.
Thanks a bunch.
Quickly.
Yeah, so this panel will consist mostly of discussing questions that you guys have. Let me just pull up the stream chat real quick on Discord. Basically, we'll be answering questions and discussing them as they come in. You can ask all of us questions or, you know, a single one of us. You know, it doesn't really matter, just to spark some discussion. Meanwhile, I'm dying. So Nolan has a question. Nolan Brewer, he's one of the junior YouTubers on our piano community. He asks, what do you guys think about ragtime?
Ragtime is tight.
I like it.
It's tight.
Arts and just like it, especially on the honky tonk pianos.
Yeah.
Well, when I started streaming, a lot of people asked just for like Maple Leaf Rag or Dan Trainer or stuff by Scott Joplin. So
Oh yeah.
having to learn all these songs for fun. I mean, it's fun, you know.
It's an entertainer, right? That's the
Entertainer.
classic one.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like that one's so overplayed that like you kind of
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
a little
for sure.
you're playing it.
Yeah, honestly, they are pretty overplayed. But like, having like, I don't know if you guys have like a classical background or not. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't.
Oh, so first of all, thank you, Lane Johnson, for the
I
additional
don't
super
even
chat.
care
I'm glad
about
you
the
like my
music,
avatar.
I really just like your
It seems
avatar.
like me and Atin here are the non-classically trained.
Ah yeah.
So coming from someone who's non-classically trained, ragtime is kind of a hard concept to grasp, especially not knowing a lot of the classic ragtime stuff. And what I attribute it mostly to is like lots of hops and on the 2s and 4s playing like 5th chords, you know, like just bouncing between on the left hand.
Mm.
Like that is characteristic of ragtime. But what other things do you think from the classical side are characteristic of the ragtime genre?
I think it's not just ragtime in general, but just jazz. The beat is not as clear cut. There's a lot of swing involved. That's something that, as a classically trained musician, it took a while to get used to. Playing jazz was having this sort of free flow rhythm.
Yeah, and even like music like the Mario video game music, right? That reminds me of ragtime as well. It's got more syncopation. It's got like more offbeats, right? Melodies on the offbeats, and
Yeah.
so that it's different, much different than classical.
So you'd say like your classical training doesn't have much impact on your understanding of ragtime?
Nope.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't really understand ragtime.
That's fair.
To be honest.
So yeah, I mean, it's more fast paced, so
That's for sure.
Yeah, it is fast paced. I'm actually.
it's always a challenge to like, play like on the spot. So that's what I've noticed actually with the streaming
Yeah.
some genres are easier to improvise on than others.
For sure, yes. Anything that's like one of the pinnacle 4-chord songs, you know, those are pretty easy to improv.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or pentatonics, you know.
Are you talking about the band or the
No,
scale?
the scale, pentatonic.
Yeah, because
scale songs.
it's like pentatonics you can play on top of any chord in the key, right? And
Yeah,
it's
pretty
fine.
much.
Yeah. Yeah, actually the so one of my subscribers shared this video of Lon Lon using an orange to play the black key etude.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Oh,
that.
wow, yeah.
You guys saw that?
Yeah, I've seen that.
That was pretty cool.
So that just tells you how easy it is to improvise or to play the pentatonic scale and make it sound.
Oh, is that etude based off the pentatonic scale?
Yeah,
Oh,
because the right hand only plays the black keys.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
So it's fun. And after that, I started using the orange in my own streams.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
People find that hilarious.
So it works pretty well.
It works and it doesn't work, but it's always
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, for sure. Gosh, we have a pretty good question here. Pretty general though. What is your favorite classical piece?
Ooh. For me, it's Chopin's Ballad in G minor,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
The first one.
Yep.
Hmm.
But if
I like
it's
that.
if
Yeah.
it's like not just piano, then it has to be Rachmaninoff's Piano Concerto in C minor.
Which one is that one again?
That's the one that goes dum
Oh, the second one then.
dum. Yep, the second one.
Yeah, the third one's also great. I mean,
That one's also good.
incredible piece of music.
Yeah.
I think as pianists, like all of us just like appreciate Rachmaninoff and Chopin just so much because they really took piano to like the composing piano to like new heights, you know?
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
Even
What about you guys?
Yeah, even people like from non-classical backgrounds can appreciate those compositions. I think Atten would agree.
Mm.
I do agree. Yeah, for me, Chopin specific just nails it. Like the music is timeless, and I honestly can't really pick the one out that would be my favorite. But like off the top of my head, I'd probably say one of his nocturnes. Opus 9 is one of my favorites. Both of them are.
Mm.
Which one's that one?
Um.
I mean, which key is that one?
Oh gosh.
Oh, you're
Is
just
it the-
or you're saying the opus itself, which is like a bunch of nocturnes then.
Yeah. I've played numbers 1 and 2 of the 9. I think it's E flat major, the second.
Oh
one.
yeah.
I don't
that one's
remember the
awesome.
first one. It might be C sharp minor.
The E flat major one actually got me into Chopin.
Nice.
That one's really good. So
yeah.
soothing.
Absolutely. Yeah, he just really he can convey that sort of state of mind and emotion like no one else, in my opinion.
It's really like on a different level, I think. I mean, all these classical composers have their specialties, right? But Chopin, it's like there's like a kind of magic in it that's not replicated in. I couldn't find it in any other composer, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a big inspiration for sure.
Yeah, and it's also funny looking at a lot of the modern compositions, especially if you look at soundtracks, how much influence you can find there from classical composers like
Yeah.
Chopin, like Beethoven. Like you see so many things where just like, I feel like I've heard that before. When you go back and check, oftentimes it's almost verbatim. Like one of my favorite examples of that is, I mean, this is not a soundtrack, but what's it called? That blonde redhead song that was featured in Rick and Morty.
For the damaged coda,
Yeah, exactly. It's
just looked at that. Yeah.
it's Chopin, like straight up, just Chopin.
So actually,
You-
I just came out with a video like the other day, which mashed together Gravity Falls for the damaged coda, right? And another song. And yeah, after I looked into it, that Chopin nocturne is literally verbatim, as you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing it in everywhere. Like Mr. Brightside, the guitar section between the final two choruses, that's Ode to Joy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you listen to it next time. I think there's actually this YouTuber who just picks out these classical music verbatims in modern pop songs and creates videos like, oh, it's Mr. Brightside, but it's actually Ode to Joy sort of thing. And he's doing pretty well.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't think I've seen him before.
He's a guitarist.
Oh, you know what? I might actually. It's hard. It's hard to say for sure. I watched so many videos. I do make videos, but I also watch a lot of videos.
We all do.
I think we all do, yeah.
Yeah, you know that actually kind of goes into my next question. So we are all like YouTubers, right? In one sense or another. We all create content on this platform, and would you more closely identify as a musician or a YouTuber?
I would identify as a musician.
Yeah.
Just because the YouTube part is really just a platform.
Yeah.
For me, I guess. But I consider myself always like a composer first or a pianist.
Yeah.
But really, without YouTube, I don't think I would be able to get my music heard. So it really is a great platform.
Yeah, it's a pretty great platform, and being free and monetizable for the most part.
Yeah.
But I think us in the piano community, we're typically free of that adpocalypse stuff. I've heard a few here and there that have been affected by that.
What do you mean adpocalypse?
You know, the YouTube kind of cracking down on content policies and what can be monetizable and what can't.
Oh, like the edgy stuff, right?
Not even just the edgy stuff. Recently, YouTube has been pretty aggressive in pushing content could even just remotely be classed as duplicate videos or derivative works, and they've been very indiscriminate of who they target. So that led to some networks dropping people and some channels straight up being deleted for no good reason, and it was not.
Yeah, that is pretty much a recap of what happened recently. I know the only way that I was affected was that BBTV, the network, just terminated me as a partner. I don't they never really explained why. All they said was that I broke the policy of spam and deceptive policies or something. It was pretty crazy.
Did you sort it out in the end?
Well, now I'm just partnered with a different network, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be on BBTV, but I don't think they really do anything for you, do they?
Not as a musician. But
Yeah.
I mean that's a whole different chapter. But Lyric wasn't the only one who was affected by that purge that BBTV did. They dropped a bunch of channels that we know in the community, channels that mostly focus on Synthesia style videos, because apparently they were told by YouTube if they don't drop those channels, they get in trouble as a network as well, because YouTube started to classify Synthesia videos as duplicate and spam content for the reason that it could be used to recreate that exact same video by pretty much anyone, which is an objectively stupid reason, but still they went with it, and it had pretty wide, far-reaching consequences.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Have you guys ever experienced people taking your MIDI files and creating Synthesia videos out of them? and then
Yes.
uploading them to YouTube.
Mm-hmm. All the time.
I mean, actually, I don't think anyone's just take. No, I have experienced it once, where someone took my Cantina Band MIDI file and turned it into a Synthesia video. But more often, people just straight up re-upload videos. I've seen that,
Oh.
where it's just like they just rip my video, re-upload it, and go like, "Hey, this is me," and then people are like, "No, that's not you." But it's really stupid. I don't know why people do that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's always bad if they take the MIDI and make their own. Like one of
That's
my
totally fine.
subscribers made a really nice, like they used the MIDI from one of my songs, and then they just made like this kind of like toy box music. And
Did they inform you though?
yeah, they did.
Yeah, yeah.
And
So I think
I
that's
was
the difference,
okay with
right?
it. Right, and it was really lovely because they actually put a lot of work into it.
That's awesome.
That's
Making
nice.
it like artistic and stuff, not just putting a simple video out.
It does sound really awesome. I wouldn't mind that any day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, MIDI is pretty easily taken.
Mm.
Yeah, but if it's used to create a new piece of art, then that's perfect. That's exactly what it's for, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's more when people just take it and recreate it one by one.
Yeah.
I used to not upload MIDIs for a period just because I saw a lot of people just re-uploading it, just playing it in default Synthesia, and because like I make Synthesia videos, like that's my thing too, and I used to kind of hunt them down and take them down, and I honestly just stopped worrying about it, and I still upload my MIDI files. I don't really know why I got so upset before, because it really doesn't matter that much, I realized in the long term. Because it doesn't really affect my image as, like, myself as a creator. Like, sure, people are maybe taking my work and not really crediting me, but, you know, it's whatever. It doesn't really affect me.
Yeah. Agreed. And it's too much effort trying to crack down on these people.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time on, like, searching, like, keywords that I used, and I'm just like, I could just make more videos in this time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, someone asked a good question. How long have we been playing the piano for?
Oh, that's a good question. Do you guys want to start off?
Well, I've been playing for about 16, 17 years now, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's really decent.
That is almost older than I am.
What? No way!
Almost.
Wow.
Almost.
Almost.
I mean, I've been playing for like 20.
20
Wait,
what?
no, not 25. Let's say 23 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
You've been playing
Wow.
piano longer than I've been alive.
Same here.
I mean, that's right.
I'm only 21.
Oh wow. Well, I'm 29, so
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
What about you,
Atin?
Atin?
I've been playing for 19 years now.
Well, wait, how old are you?
I'm 28.
Oh, you're older than I thought you were.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's a good. I would take that as a compliment. Like, you seem younger than you are. That's good, right?
I like to stay young.
Yeah. I'd like to stay young too, but that ain't gonna happen.
You're still pretty young, Lyric.
Yeah, for now. I had my first real drinks a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's right, because the legal drinking age there is different, eh?
Yeah. I had a nice
Yeah.
headache afterward. It turns out I might be allergic to beer. Because
That'll
do you
go
know
away
that?
over time.
I drank like half a beer and I got this massive headache and I was just like, ugh.
Maybe it's good for the flu?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Don't want to drink my flu away though. I don't think that's the solution.
No, never. Alcohol is never the solution.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, like on a chemical level, it is, but I
Can you elaborate?
see what you're getting at. I mean, it's literally a solution.
Oh,
Technically, it
of
doesn't
course.
have to be a solution though. If it's pure ethyl alcohol, it's not a solution.
Yeah, but we're specifically referring to alcoholic drinks, right?
Yes, I suppose so.
I can agree with both of you.
But at the same time, I don't think that there's a solid substrate that's dissolved into an alcohol base, so I don't know if it'd be appropriate to call them solutions.
I think we're sort of going off topic.
Yes.
I was just trying to crack a joke.
I know. I was trying to ruin it.
I know, thanks.
You're welcome. That's my job.
I just saw a pretty cool question here, but if we want to continue answering the current one, that's also cool.
Oh wait, what was the current question?
How long have we been playing for?
Oh right, I'm the only one who hasn't
Oh
answered.
right, yeah.
Like 6 years.
Okay.
I'm a noob. At
That's
least
fine.
compared to you guys.
Transcriber.
About quality over quantity.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Agreed.
a transcriber, guys.
I mean, in my experience, the amount of years you've been playing piano says very little about your ability as a pianist. Because I mean, I've been playing for 19 years, but there's plenty of people out there who've been playing for 10 that are way better than me.
Yep.
Right? It's about
Well,
how much you train in that time period, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
I could- Oh, you go, musical.
oh no, I was just gonna say you can go on YouTube and find like some kid who's like 10 and like destroying, Beethoven's like Hammer Clavis Sonata, and
Yeah.
you just shake your head and be like, okay, that's what people, it's not about the number of years really.
For
Yeah.
sure.
But that is definitely the most common question I get from like anyone who like I meet. Just like the first question they ask, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you're right.
that's pretty fair though. It's kind of like the default question for pianists. It's like how long you've been playing.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but I have to explain to people, look, I've been playing for 17 years, but people who have been playing 17 years should be playing much better than I am.
Same.
yeah. And then they always go like, "Wow."
Yeah, no, you're really good. Like, no, you gotta see there's some really crazy talented people out there.
Right.
Yeah, but it's okay because I play for fun anyway, so I don't have to be that technically accurate, I guess.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
I'll try my best anyway.
It certainly
Yeah.
helps with playing the pieces that you want to play if you have the technical ability to just do so. It's why I keep trying to improve on my technical abilities, even though it's not the fun part of playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like last month when I was preparing for my concert, I just like had to really hone down on the technique because I didn't want to bomb. But it's really, I don't know. It's different when you're preparing for like a performance versus when you're just like practicing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, do we want to join the hand measuring contest that's going on in the YouTube comment?
There's a hand
no.
measuring contest? Wait,
Like,
what?
what's the max interval you can reach on a piano with your hand?
I can reach an
I know
octave
who
at a
asked the
third.
question, and it's Piano Veroth who is on my Discord quite a bit, and he loves talking about this.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can reach
No, because-
like max an octave and the fourth up.
What? That's
So
heaps.
maximum. But I can comfortably reach the
12.
third.
12.
I can comfortably reach the third, but I can stretch out to the fourth if like I don't have to play it right away.
Oh, I can only reach the 10th, and that's barely. So that's the second after the octave. Yeah, I've got a small hand.
I can only reach 10th too.
Yeah, but the 10th is the most important one, I believe.
Actually, wait, I can reach up to the 11th. Like,
I would say
That's solid.
big stretch. Like, I
That's
have to,
good.
like, I have to use my other hand to put my thumb there. And, like, I have to be, like, on the edge of the keys, sort of, but I can do it.
yeah, but you wouldn't
Yes.
ever play that in a real setting, you know?
Uh-huh. Well, you're talking to an arranger, so, you know, maybe I'll
Oh.
make you do that someday.
Right.
What about you, Atin? What's your interval reach?
I can comfortably reach the 10th, and if I stretch, I can also get to the 11th. But that's where it ends.
That's nice.
So we're all roughly the same.
It's funny because I noticed that my pinkies have started bending outwards. I was like, why are they so ugly? And then I realized, oh, it actually helps me reach slightly further.
Oh my
So
god.
you're undergoing a physical transformation that helps
Awesome.
you play the piano better.
It's been a long time. Wait, let me see if I can send the picture in the chat.
Checkmate, atheists.
Let's talk about something else for now. Any other questions?
I saw someone asking whether it's better to learn from synthesia or from sheet music, which I think is a question that we can weigh in on quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I would say sheet music.
Why?
Sorry, why? Oh,
why?
because timing, right, of the rhythm is really important. And if you're doing synthesia, you're not gonna be able to get the real timing of each note. Like, you know,
I fully-
like an
I
eighth
fully-
note versus a 16th note, you can't even tell the difference. usually.
Yeah, I fully agree with you. Sheet music also has so much more information that synthesia can't give you, as far as like how you play the notes, rather than just like which ones to.
Right. So that's actually why I got really kind of confused why I saw so many videos, right, with piano synthesia and then it's like piano tutorial as like the title.
Hmm.
You guys
I
know?
think I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here, and I'd say it really
Yeah.
depends on your goal. Because if your goal is just to learn a song really fast without having to learn how to read sheet music, then Synthesia is clearly a better platform for that, right?
I do agree with
If you don't, yeah. If
Um,
you don't read it, then synthesia is your only choice. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say like, especially for someone who isn't trained in reading sheet music, and if that were the only way to learn it, it would be a bit daunting, you know, without having had prior training before. I know that I actually came up on Synthesia videos, so that's how I really learned everything I know. That's basically I learned Synthesia first and then music theory later. Like that was pretty much my gateway into music performance.
So you actually prefer synthesia when you're learning a new piece?
If I were to recommend a method, I would say do Synthesia first.
Interesting.
And I think especially in the beginning, it makes it more enjoyable because a lot of people are just trying to play songs that they already know, and they don't really have to worry about how to read a rhythm because they know what it sounds like most of the time, if they're trying to learn something that they already like. So
I can agree with that point. I'd say like in the short term and to get started, Synthesia is a great way to get started, but at a certain point, you can't go any further before you start to learn sheet music.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like to get started, it's a great.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that, and I especially have felt that I have been held back from only since I only have learned from Synthesia and I haven't focused on sight reading. I have felt the weight of that by not being able to like play some things when they only have sheets. So it's definitely an important skill to pick up. Just not like an introductory skill, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. Here's a good question, a pretty funny one. The whole, how much do you guys agree with the whole, there's always a 10-year-old Asian kid out there that's better than you?
I mean, that's objectively true, but that shouldn't deter you from pursuing playing the piano if that's what you like to do.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like a fact of life, you know? Like,
Well, as like an Asian, right, on YouTube, I've seen just countless comments just saying like, roses are red, violets are blue.
Violets are blue.
Okay, let's not finish that, but I pretty much got tired of that, you know, and I don't know. I guess it's accepted racism.
yeah,
It kind of is.
I mean, I don't think it's like actual racism though, you know? It's just a joke.
I know.
Yeah.
And I don't find it offensive, I just find it funny.
I find it funny
I
because
found it funny at
applies to me
first.
as well.
I found it funny at first, then everyone started saying it, and then it's just expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, even for 10-year-old Asians, there are other 10-year-old Asians out there better than them.
It's true.
Gosh. It's like a circle of life.
Asianception.
Mm. Yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, let's move on to the next question.
Yeah. There was a
what
question
was-
I saw earlier. How did you guys start with learning music theory? Like, not just performance, but like, you know, music theory.
I mean,
Maybe
Oh,
7th grade.
So you've actually had like a class for that.
I mean, I did take music in high school, but that was very basic and rudimentary.
yeah.
And so
I've
have you
actually-
then mostly developed your theory skills by yourself then?
I mean, I don't think I really have like at all. I did have a piano teacher like early on, and we went over, you know, some theory, but we never really did much in depth. And I have a basic understanding of harmonies and how music comes together and works, but I am in no way an expert on music theory.
For me, I was taught by my piano teacher, but that back then it didn't really make any sense. So what they were telling us, like cadences, how you go from a fifth to a first, and all that stuff. But then I found that upon arranging my own covers, you start to notice like, oh, so if you do this chord to this chord, that relationship actually makes this sort of sound. And over time, you just kind of build up this little knowledge base, I guess, of what combination of chords works. And then from that, I started building up my theory knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've developed your sense of music theory through experience in arranging.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think like music theory is really something that like once you learn a little bit, you can start writing your own music, right? But then if you get too deep into it, you probably just end up studying music theory all day and not writing music. But you know what they say, like the composers when they were writing their music, they didn't think about music theory. They just wrote it and then it became music theory like after.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But
Yeah,
definitely need to know if you're studying like jazz or something.
Yeah, I found that jazz was really useful for musical theory.
You mean musical theory is useful for jazz?
Sorry, yeah. Like, I mean, learning musical theory through the jazz approach as opposed to the classical approach was easier for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, for arranging anyway. For arranging covers and all that stuff.
Right, because you kind of looked at the chords, the way they're built, right?
Yeah,
And then,
yeah, exactly.
wow. And just kind of a side question, but like when you're arranging those songs, right? Like how do you piece out the progressions and like do you start with the chord progression? Do you start with the melody?
I usually start off with the melody, and then looking at the notes that I'm playing in the melody, I kind of figure out, okay, these are the key notes, so they must be in the chord, and then figure out the chords that way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
That's the bare bones of it, I guess. But I think over time you start learning, like, okay, that sounds like it's going to be this chord, and then, yeah, just becomes slightly more optimized in the workflow process.
So you must have like a really good ear then, if you can figure out the chords without, I don't know, without someone telling you what they are, or.
Yeah, but I think it's quite funny with that as well, as people think that I think you need perfect pitch to be able to play by ear, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah,
No.
definitely not true.
Yeah,
It's just more trial and error if you don't have
Yeah.
perfect pitch.
Yeah.
exactly.
Which is really fine. Like, really, the only thing that perfect pitch would help with is determining, like, my first bar or just the key signature. And then the rest of it is just relative pitches.
Agreed.
You know, there was a question earlier, several people asked it, and it was, how long do you guys practice each day?
How long do you prac each
yeah,
day?
how long do you prac? I'm just gonna go out and say that I don't practice, like, daily.
Because- Great.
I'll back you up on that lyric. I
Oh,
don't practice either. I
yeah,
just play for fun.
Yeah, same. It's just whenever I want to learn something new.
Exactly.
Hopefully you guys are better at this and can be better role models for these guys.
Well, when I was preparing for my concert, I mean, apologize for always just bringing out my concert, but that was literally the thing I lived for
Yeah.
the past 2 months. So I was practicing like maybe 5-6 hours a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That could
Yeah,
have been
and
your
then I-
full-time job.
Well, that's the dream, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I have a full-time job, so I had to take off work, you know, all this stuff. But
How
usually, yeah.
how long was your concert, and how many pieces did you perform? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so I did 10 original songs.
10
Original
original
piece.
songs. Damn,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome because I got to see a lot of like some subscribers who've been following me for years, and they were like, "Oh, we always wanted to hear you play live," and you know, just meeting people in person as opposed to over the internet. That was fulfilling, and you know, they were like, "Oh, we've loved this song that they've listened to for years," and they just got a chance to finally hear it.
Was it terrifying or exciting or both?
I was kind of numbed out by the time I got on stage, just because I was like, I mean, of course, you know, turnout was something that I was stressed out about, just because like a lot of my subscribers are around the world, right? And then I didn't know if they could come to New York City to like watch me. So, but the minute I came out, I saw like decent sized crowd, and I was like, okay, like this is gonna be okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Congratulations again, by the way. That's really big.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was definitely a experience of a lifetime.
Yeah. Are you planning to do more concerts as well?
Actually, I am in the process of planning out another one in New York.
Oh wow.
Sick.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen in the beginning of April. So but details are not finalized yet.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
I've never really gotten over my anxiety of public performance. It's just I can't do it. I tried, and it's just like I've never like fallen on my face or anything, but it just stresses me out so much. I just can't enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
I
mean-
this is why you need to stream more. get on live more. You know.
Well,
Streaming
here,
helps.
Yeah, it really
yeah,
does help.
which is why I'm doing this, right?
Is
Oh, this doesn't count though.
yeah,
this
this
is
doesn't
not.
count. No, you have to stream
You have
yourself.
to play right now.
Hey,
Mm.
baby steps, baby steps.
All right, fair.
But regarding the original question, I do try to practice every day, but it varies in terms of the time I can commit. So, like the minimum, I try to never do less than 45 minutes. But it's dependent on my work a lot. So on weekends I try to like squeeze in an hour to an hour and a half, and during the week, you know, sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's 45, and every now and then I also skip a day just because I just can't.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, real life does get in the way, you know, and I mean, sometimes I envy the professional musicians who, like professional pianists, who get to practice like 8 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know they can really work on their art and not have to, you know, make trade-offs.
Yeah. It is really a big envy for me as well. But, you know, maybe if we stick to it, we can make something out of it.
Right.
Do you guys want to be full-time musicians?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Wait, who said no?
That was
Atom
me.
and me.
Oh wow, you guys don't, huh? That's
I
interesting.
have no ambitions sector.
I
I just do
mean,
it for fun.
I'd be a full-time
Same.
musician because it is fun for me, but like, I would not like to be a full-time performer. I would bounce around between, ideally, my dream would be bouncing around, performing and arranging and production.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I said no is because I don't want to stop enjoying it, and I feel like
Same.
with the pressure that comes with being a professional, you know, touring the world and having an agent, and like that's really cool. But I think at the same time, it would just turn into work instead of something that is fun for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was telling Aiton this actually last time I was chatting to him, was that I don't ever want to look at a piano and see money. And I'm not saying that you necessarily become a full-time musician for the money, but if it accidentally, without you realizing, becomes that, then for me that's quite sad. For me at least, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the opposite of than like what I'm hearing from you guys, because
Hmm.
I mean, I agree that like, you know, if you enjoy something as a hobby, it's a lot more enjoyable and less pressure, right? But then I think to really take the music to another level, right? Making it full time is something that would really help.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Yeah.
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 But you know, well.
Yeah,
Always.
I see your point. Like it's a lot easier to just or to make yourself sit down for 5-6 hours a day and really hone your craft and perfect the performance if you have a concert coming up that you need to do that for, right? That's way more motivation than just be like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna get this song done because I really like it and I'm gonna record it for YouTube, right? Those are two very different things.
Yes. Yeah. And that's actually why I think I started doing these concerts. Just because like it really is a slap in the butt to get you to,
Yeah.
to really practice, you know, and not. I mean, of course, you know, practicing is not fun. For you know. But anyways.
It's an interesting conversation. Yeah, it's always cool to see different perspectives on that particular question for me. Some people are dead serious on wanting to become full-time, but then other people are like, nah, I'm happy being who I am right now and just playing for fun.
Right, and I think it's a valid any choice is valid, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about what makes sense for your life.
Mm-hmm. It's like, what do you want out of it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, are you guys, this is just from me, but are you guys going to school at all?
I just finished my last semester, so I'll be starting work this year.
Nice. What
Congratulations.
was your what's your degree in?
So I studied biomedical engineering.
Wow. So
The
not
market
music
for
at
New
all.
Zealand. No, not music at all. Yeah. But yeah, New Zealand, everything's very small industry, so probably won't end up pursuing a career in that.
Wow.
Nice.
What
Where are you
about
gonna
guys?
work?
Oh. Gonna work for an engineering consulting firm. So still somewhat along the lines of what I studied, I guess.
Yeah. Nice.
That's awesome.
Thanks. What about you guys?
Well, I've been working for years now. So I mean, I went to school for finance.
Hmm.
And I've been working in the financial industry in New York for the past, let's say, 7 years.
That
Yeah.
sounds intense.
Wow.
I mean, it's been it's it's kind of like, you know, when you're in school, I just chose like something that I thought would be interesting, right? But then after I graduated, like I realized that it wasn't really the perfect fit for me.
Yeah.
So you're stuck with it anyway?
I mean, I'm doing it now because it pays the bills, right? And I can, you know, survive in New York. I mean, I don't want to be homeless or anything.
Yeah.
Not that YouTube money isn't covering the rent. That's
Yeah.
Especially not in New York.
yeah, yeah, of course. But I mean, you know, just as like a aside, like I've been doing programming too on my own, just like learning it, and so maybe if this music thing doesn't work out, I'll go into programming.
Cool.
Yeah, there's always a big demand for programming.
I mean, you know, programming is like, I feel like everyone needs to know it now. You know, even us musicians,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can have an edge if you know, like even those visuals that you know, the people like Russo come up with require some level of technical knowledge to build. You know.
Uh-huh. Yep.
What?
Kills
Am I
me on
hearing?
the inside. I was here first, you know.
Huh?
I was here first. I'm just.
You were
I'm
the
just-
first one to do it?
No. I actually took I first saw Patrick do similar stuff, but then I just made it a lot more flashy. I think I'm the first one who's done like flashy versions of that. I'm like I know that I've done a lot of firsts, but I've also taken a lot of inspirations, and like I've stopped seeing it as like people copying and more of just like everyone being able to express themselves, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, except whenever you see like a light bar over the piano. Hey,
Yeah.
I did no, it's lesson, but yeah, I did that like first,
Oh.
but like
Light bar's cool.
Wait, are you talking about
Yeah.
those LED lights that people are putting up on their
just
panels?
the concept of it, really, like having a light bar there instead of like a weird like or like any other sort of break. I did that first in like 2017, I think early 2017.
Wow.
I did that just because I had a video and it was like something to do with lightning, so I made like a lightning light bar, and I was experimenting with the plugins and stuff. It's a whatever thing. Did you guys? Wow. Okay. Apparently something happened with Rousseau. Have you guys heard of anything with that? Because
I saw something, which is he apparently had 2 of his videos get flagged for copyright. The 2 ones actually I noticed by Ludovico Einaudi. I think one is called Fly and the other one is called Nouveau Bianche.
yeah.
Those 2 videos got copyrighted claim, and yeah. It's okay, so basically for people who don't know, right? If you get 3 copyright strikes on your account, your YouTube channel gets shut down, apparently.
Yeah, that's how it works. I'm actually just
Yeah.
looking at this right now.
So I think-
Let's see.
I mean, just as a, like a, personal anecdote, I got like copyright notice too from people, and these are not even like accurate,
Yeah.
And as pianists, we can really do these covers without needing to get permission. So the copyright thing is really irrelevant.
Is it though? I honestly, like, I've always found that like a kind of a gray area, and like I have tried to do some research on it, but mostly I've been I just concluded that whatever happens, I'm just gonna keep doing it till something happens.
Well, it's there's something called fair use, right? And that's what all musicians kind of like benefit from, is to be able to use each other's songs in performances and recordings.
Yeah.
There's a difference between taking someone's recording, right, sampling it, then you do have to give credit and you do have to face licensing issues. But if you're just doing a cover, it's fair use in my opinion.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that also extend in your mind to arrangements?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the arrangements that you do without performing?
Yeah, just like programmed, like, because it's kind of different.
Well, let me ask you this: are you taking the MIDI notes from someone else, like the?
No.
original,
I
or you-
only have ever I have only ever done them note by note.
Oh, then in that case, it's totally like that's fair use, honestly.
Yeah. I do get content IDs occasionally for composition, like distribution companies claiming the composition of songs. And I don't think I can really dispute that because they do own the right to the composition, not the arrangement, but the composition. But sound recording, I've also gotten copyright content ID claimed for that, and those ones are definitely fightable because that's actually an improper claim if all you're doing is a cover on piano.
Because it's still your recording. They don't own your
I can hear you again,
recording.
Atin. Hi.
I was never gone. I don't know what you're talking about.
We can see the group chat on stream,
Oops.
Yeah. I actually just have it so that we know who's talking right now.
But yeah, I think those copyright, some of those copyright claims are definitely ridiculous, and yeah, I think YouTube needs to do something here. For Russo's example, someone from YouTube needs to step in and help him out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that's not happening because YouTube just does not want to get involved part of their platform in any way, shape, or form, and apparently they can get away with just leaving it alone. And the problem is that the system they put in place is heavily biased in favor of the publishers and the copyright holders, and they're giving us basically fair tools to sort this out with them, but at the same time they're refusing to step in and sort it out. So what's been happening with Rousseau, basically, he went ahead and sort of tried to step he wanted to make a case. He was like, I'm going to fight this, and if it takes me down, then that's going to be that. But essentially, the publishing company, Ludovico, has been really unfair, and they've been claiming his audio recordings as their own, and despite him going through disputes and being like, hey, this is obviously my own recording, this is me playing, here's visual proof, they were still like, nope, this belongs to us. And YouTube doesn't step in because they never. So he took it a step, and now basically it's gonna probably end up in a legal battle of some sort. That's all I can say. But the hope is that out of this confrontation, YouTube will be forced to revise the rules and change the system for the better.
That's the hope, isn't it? But
yeah,
that is the hope. Honestly, something like that does need to happen, because it's just in a bad state for creators right now.
Yeah, the system is utterly broken.
Yeah, I mean, you really, I think it's really because of some, like, people who just steal the musical content and post them everywhere, that we have like these stricter copyright laws, copyright algorithms actually by YouTube. So
I think it's a problem that not just pianists deal with. All sorts of YouTubers are dealing with copyright issues all the time, and I think it's been a problem for years now, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's been a problem since I started uploading on YouTube almost 10 years ago.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I was doing originals until maybe like a year ago, so I haven't seen as many. But now that I'm streaming and I'm doing like covers of random stuff of all these different songs, I'm starting to see them come in. So
yeah. Do you
I'm
prefer
definitely on the side on
covers
this.
or do you prefer doing covers or originals on your channel?
I mean, I did 10 years of originals, and now I'm doing a little bit more covers, mashups, and these tend to be like not really like fully covers. I improvise on them, play around with the melodies. I jump to another song and then jump back, make it like major or minor, and then but I've already started seeing those copyright claims come in.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Can't avoid
they're
it.
Huh?
Can't avoid it.
Yeah, really. Well, definitely staying away from anything by Ludovico Einaudi.
The funny thing is, I've covered the exact same songs as Rousseau, Nouveau Bianche, and Fly, and neither of them got claimed. Like, I never got a single claim on those videos.
Wow.
So they are really inconsistent in that part.
Yeah.
I just don't like how they treat like the creator as if like they're always doing something wrong, as opposed to making it fair between the two.
Absolutely.
Like just recently, they I think it was in the past year that they made it so that if there was a copyright dispute, that there would be the money would be held for a certain amount of time while they discussed, or while the creator was disputing the case. But like in my opinion, it's still a problem, because for one, the moment that the publisher or whatever third party puts that claim on, they actually still get all those funds until the creator notices and files a dispute.
Yes.
Instead of holding it for a period. Like, it should go into disputed territory instantly. From the get-go. Another reason is that YouTube isn't the one who decides whether it was right to use or not. It's the publisher. So, even if the creator like didn't even use any assets at all, the publisher can just go, oh, I'm not going to accept that claim, and they take all the money that was held anyway. So
yeah, to like translate that into
sort of completely unfair.
Yeah, exactly. Into like a court example, it's like the prosecution is also the judge, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, very rarely have I seen a copyright case being like accepted as like a valid dispute.
You're just saying in the favor of the creator.
And the only way for creators to do anything about it is to sue, and that's just not realistic for most of us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
and they know
recently-
that, and that's why publishers abuse the system.
And it's often not just publishers, it's also just straight up like criminals. Recently, a high-profile case involving the Fat Rat and his very popular song. I forgot what it's called, but basically some weird publishing company that nobody has ever heard of from Colombia claimed his song on YouTube with like 50 million views, and it was his original composition. And they were like, "Oh, this actually belongs," because it does. And he was helpless, like disputed it, and they were just like, "Nope, still ours." And he's like, "Guys, this is my song," and he's big. Like he's got his own publishing company, his agent, and he makes money off his music, right? And it took them like weeks to sort this out. As a result, that Colombian publishing company, which turned out to be completely illegitimate and just probably some dude in his garage ripping, got banned from YouTube and kicked out of the content ID system. But still, the damage was done, right? And that's just not something that YouTube should allow in the first place. Like that's just straight up criminal procedure.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a lot of copyright talk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of copyright talk.
Yeah.
Let's bring back the good vibes. Well, what else? There's a lot of discussion going on. Holy heck. I got a basic question here. It's super basic. What's your favorite color? That actually, I think, says a lot about someone.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, here, just name your favorite color, Atin.
Red.
Wait, it is?
I think you asked me that same question in the last stream.
I thought your favorite color was green.
I never said that. My backup favorite color is blue.
Oh my gosh. I'm terrible.
Backup favorite color.
Am I allowed to say white?
White isn't a color.
That's
I
a-
thought so.
You need to say white if you want to.
Good, I'm saying white.
White's not a color.
Ah, God. Guys.
Oof.
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 Mm. No favorite color then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, yeah, white is fine.
Ah, good.
Oh, hey, Sheet Music Boss is up in the chat.
Hey.
Is that Sam or Andrew? Samuel? Samuel, you want to hop into VC? Oh yeah, this was a question from earlier that I wanted to ask. Role models. Do you guys have role models on YouTube specifically?
Kyle Landry.
Kyle Landry.
Kyle Landry. Yeah, same here.
He's the OG of YouTube pianists.
Yes.
No one can argue that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's all of us here.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll say someone else.
Okay.
That Animans guy and Marasi. Those two have been doing it for a long time too.
They have.
Yeah, I would have to put Animans and Ishtar on my list as well.
I actually got to meet them recently.
Really?
Yeah, they came to New Zealand for a concert. Like, out of all places, they came to New Zealand.
Wow.
And I got to go to their masterclass, play a cover for them, and then get some feedback.
That's awesome. Also, yeah, well, thank you for the £2 super chat. But yeah, I actually did something with Ishtar recently. We did a video collab.
Cool.
Yeah, it was on his latest performance. We should have more planned, but I haven't been talking with him, so I don't know what's up.
This is a funny guy.
Yeah, I love
Very
him.
chill.
Yeah, he's so chill. He's a memester.
Yeah,
For
for sure.
He's a big memester. What about you guys? Are you memesters or normies?
I'm gonna have to say I'm a normie.
Memester.
I know you're a memester, and I wasn't asking you.
Speaking of memes, what do you guys think about like two-set violin?
I love their channel. I
Yeah.
I don't play violin, but like I super appreciate it and like musical stuff in general, and I love their channel.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of my subscribers also love two-set or making just like jokes that they heard.
Yeah.
it's actually almost like too much at times.
Yeah. Could you give an example?
Yeah. Oh no, like for example, people started like just making fun of, you know, like saying Ling 40 hours all the time.
Yes.
Or like if you can play it slowly, you can play it quickly. It's yeah.
And you do live streaming too, don't you?
Yeah.
And so you probably get that a lot in your stream chats.
Oh yeah, actually, one of my subscribers, they made like this, like, they made like these memes and basically showing my face as Ling Ling, you know, just to make fun. Just like, no, I wish I could be, but I don't have 40 hours a day to practice.
Yeah, I only have 30.
Oh, snap. Well, you can be, yeah.
What?
Lyric, are you gonna add Samuel to the chat? Are we doing
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'll add him. I don't know if he's ready to join the voice, but I'll just add him.
Yeah. I think he said he's just gonna find his mic.
Yeah. Oh, he's here. I think. Sam?
Yep. Now I've got it.
Hey,
You
how
hear
you
that?
doing?
Hello.
Very well. How are you guys?
Doing pretty well. We're just chilling out here on the live panel.
No, very nice. Yeah, I just saw that on the subscription feed and really interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you stopped by, for sure.
Yeah, this is becoming a really epic crossover stream. I love it.
Yeah, this is the most ambitious crossover of 2019 so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good time. Yeah, you guys were talking about two-set earlier,
Oh yeah.
and I went to the same uni as them, and I
Interesting.
played in the
No
same
way, wow.
orchestras as them. Yeah. I actually have my name on the same program. I wrote a piece for a concert that Eddie was playing a solo in Prokofiev violin concerto.
Nice. Wow.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, it was,
I didn't know that you guys had history together.
yeah, well, not really direct history that much, but certainly I saw them around the place all the time. They're a bit notorious at times for
Oh.
taking up some practice rooms at the con.
Oh.
So even after they'd graduated, and people got a bit annoyed with them.
Gosh.
But
They actually do serious concerts, or I mean, I saw some of the videos. It looked really awesome, but it was more like comedy.
oh yeah. I think what they're focusing on now is comedy, which is great. You know, I don't think that they're trying to do as much serious concerts, and they don't have to. So
Yeah. I really do think there has to be more musical comedy.
Yeah, it's fun.
in the whole space, really. It's so like, I don't know. It really vibes with me. You feel?
Yeah,
Just because
yeah,
that's
I
like
love
the
it.
culture that I was growing up with.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's saying how there's more YouTubers than we advertise, and they're getting mad at us.
Well, wait, so
Do you
sheet
have
music.
any fresh questions?
Fresh questions. I don't know, Atten, since you asked, do you have a fresh question for us?
No, that's why I'm asking.
Oh, I've got a question.
What's that?
When you guys upload videos, how much of it is it stuff that you want to upload versus how much is it that your subscribers want
That
to
is a good question.
upload?
Easy one for me. It's 100% what I'm feeling like. I try doing requests, but I can never really follow through on them unless it's something I want to.
Yeah. I used to
Same
do
here.
only my own, like whatever I felt like playing. But recently I've started just meeting some requests more. But yeah.
I think for me, taking in requests, it's hard to learn it and then play it because recording is a process of playing it over and over again until you get it right. And when you're doing it for something that you didn't particularly want to do, it's quite hard.
Exactly.
At least for me.
Yeah. Well,
That's fair.
kind of what I found out to be a nice solution is doing these live streams, right? Where I just take requests and I improvise on them. And sometimes, they don't come out well at all. But then there are sometimes just one or two like really good ones that just become like that I can just like crop out and make it a real video.
Ah, right.
Yeah, and that's actually been a good strategy to actually meet these requests because I know it's a pain to practice, especially something that you didn't originally want to do.
Yeah.
Mm.
What about you guys, Sheet Music Boss and Lyric?
Yeah, Samuel.
I'd say that probably over 90%. There's been some times where we've like just had to go away for a month and we've had to make a lot of videos and Andrew's like, what do I do? And so the pool of songs that we wanted to do, we sort of couldn't figure out what to do in time. So some of them were a bit lackluster, as you might see going through the list, but the vast majority of them we do because it's a combination of what we want to do or what the rest of the channel, like the audience, wants to do.
That's fair.
So you just do the sheet music for like any of these songs that people are requesting or stuff that you like? How do you decide how to start one of these sheet music?
Yeah, so if we're going to do a cover of some songs, then we consider what we see people have been asking for a lot in comments. And we combine that with ones that either we think people are going to enjoy, like the masses are going to enjoy more, and what we like. So
Yes.
obviously what we like our taste in music is going to have a very big weight on all of this.
Yeah, of course.
Are you actually?
I guess it also figures in that you guys do daily videos on a precise schedule.
Yeah.
Follow-up question to I mean, you've been doing this for like several years now, right? Like
Almost
a
2
video a
years.
day? Like
Yeah.
that's super impressive. Like seriously, have you ever reached a point where you were just like, it's too much to keep up with this, or has it just been a breeze?
No, it's not too much. We haven't found that it's been too much just because of like the systems we've set up and how we both sort of have expertise in either the arranging, which Andrew can do very, very quickly, and in a way that makes it time economical for me to do my editing part. And my editing part, I've got like I'm pretty specialized in it. My whole honors degree was on like preparing sheet music as quickly as possible. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So how many songs do you usually work ahead? Like, what kind of a buffer are you working with?
For the first year, it was anywhere from like 1 to 6 ahead. But, you know, we've been trying to get to about 100 ahead.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
So you have 100 videos ready to go? That's what you're saying?
We don't have 100 videos ready to go. We had Patreon for a while, and I would be putting all of the credits at the end of it. So I'd only be doing like 2 or 3 in advance at most throughout this entire year until the end of the year. And just recently we've stopped the Patreon stuff. So I'm able to actually stockpile videos. I haven't really started yet, but the idea is that Andrew and I are going to be meeting every single week to brainstorm better ideas that are, you know, a bit more fun than just song covers, and see what we can experiment with, and, you know, something that's a little more fresh, because song covers can come anytime throughout the year, so you can prepare them in advance. But, you know, if you want to interact with the audience and have fun, you can't really prepare those videos 100 days in advance. It's just not really going to do it.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the thumbnails?
Yeah, the thumbnails were like one of the most important things when we started. I think we took about a week between coming up with the idea and then just trialing it out. And one of the things that Andrew emphasized a lot when we were starting was just the important parts of the thumbnail, just like having fewer elements, having consistent elements, and having like bold colors, and you know, it just needs to be like, if you have any text on there, it needs to be easy to read. You can look at our earliest videos and see how much we evolved the thumbnails. They used to be really like badly cut out pictures and stuff, and I didn't know what to do with the notes on the thumbnail. And then as we kept going, I manipulated the notes more and more and added lens flare and all this dumb stuff that's sort of fun and flashy to look at, and sort of focusing on more contrast and more vibrant colors as much as possible, just like ramp it up. And to be honest, I learned most of this stuff from PewDiePie's thumbnail video.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's someone who knows how to get hits or clicks.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's all exciting.
Awesome.
There was an interesting question earlier. Do you guys have videos that maybe you've worked on or maybe worked hard on, but like you've never ended up like publishing it? Like, you know, have you guys made dropped videos before?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've definitely recorded some and then decided after the fact that it's just not good enough.
So it's like a quality thing?
Well, it's I don't think I've ever like I've definitely re-recorded stuff. The only videos I've straight up dropped was because the song or the arrangement of that song, I turned out to not like it as much as I thought I would, so I decided to not upload it. But it's only happened like I think like 3 times or so in the 10 years I've been doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I've put up quite a bit of like improvisations on my channels, right? And sometimes I will listen to it later and then I think that, oh, okay, this wasn't the best, right? So then I'll just take it down. I don't know if that counts as not publishing it, but yeah.
I'd say that counts.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to be selective, you know?
Yeah. I feel it.
I remember when I was starting out, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do on YouTube, so I sang in a couple of videos, and then someone commented saying, "Just stick to piano." And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
no.
okay."
Wait,
So I
what?
took those
You are
down.
doing what?
What?
That was
Yeah,
back when I
people
was
are
like
rude.
14 years old, I think. So I cared a lot about what people thought.
Fair.
That's fair, but wow, that's such a mean thing for them to say.
Was it literally a single person who said that caused you to take it down, or was it more than just one?
I think it was also afterwards I started realizing what direction I wanted to take on YouTube. And I was like, this doesn't really align with what I'm trying to do. So I just, well, it's still there, like, it's hidden. And I just look at it every now and then to give myself a cringe festival.
Everyone wants to hear you sing now.
Nah, not today.
All right, fair. And what about you, Samuel? Have you guys dropped any videos?
Yeah, we've got a folder.
Really?
That's
A whole
called-
folder.
Well,
The reject
there's
folder.
not that. There's a few. Yeah, it's called the Halls of Damnation,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
and there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's 8, I think, 8 tracks here. And
8.
the first one was Alan Walker, All Falls Down, because when that song was about to drop, the music video or whatever, we thought, like, okay, we'll go and search for this song and then make an arrangement. So Andrew did that, trying to get it up like before the main video released, because there was videos that were like, oh, It All Falls Down leaked, but it turns out it was the wrong song.
Wow.
It was just someone's like bootleg Alan Walker ripoff.
That's funny.
So that's something in there. Under that's Russian Barbie girl. We decided not to do that.
What? Why? Epic.
I mean, maybe we could revamp that. There's a failed version of Rush F that I think Andrew gave up on.
Oh.
A song by Mac Miller called Donald Trump. I just was like, it's sort of like, maybe it's a catchy
How
name,
does that
but
become street music?
I don't know. It just, I think he started on it and then realized it was a really mediocre song. It was like, it's just, no one knows this person, you know.
Fair.
Yeah.
And there's some others like Seven Dust, Christmas Day. I think we dropped that because it was like, it's a nobody and the song no one knows. We were going to do a voice to speech piece called Elon Musk.
Oh,
And
wow.
a spooky piano piece, and I think Andrew just didn't like how it was going and dropped it. And the last thing was dropped after I told Andrew it was probably not the best idea for the channel, and it was called Unexpected Kebab.
Oh.
And it was like the ISIS music.
Oh no.
Oh.
What?
Oh no. Yeah, that might be a bit touchy.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe not. But
Yeah,
you know,
let's stay
always
wholesome
float.
here.
Yeah, always gotta float the craziest ideas, I think, because
I think
sometimes, yeah,
Copyright
sometimes
law
when you
with
get
ISIS.
there, oh my goodness, oh no thanks. But yeah, sometimes those wacky ideas like get you somewhere. If you tread the line a little bit, you might be surprised what people respond to, even if it's just as a joke.
Mhm.
But that's it. Like Halls of Damnation.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I can say my drop videos list is way bigger, actually.
Oh, wow.
For one specific reason. Do you guys know the game Heartbound?
Mm-mm.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. I think Atin knows why I dropped a whole bunch of those. I arranged
I do.
Yeah, I arranged like the entire like they had like 30 something songs released. It's a video game soundtrack, and they released part of it. It was like 30 let me actually look real quick. It was 30 something songs, and like gosh. Let's see here. Yeah, 31 songs that I'm just not doing because of personal stuff with the dev. It's really great. Yeah, holy heck. But I've definitely had drop songs before due to like me not being happy with my arrangement of it. Like I know Marble Machine was one of those that I tried to arrange, but then I decided that I didn't like my arrangement of it. But yeah, most of them are from Heartbound that I'm not doing anymore.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's a big sad.
Hey, on the subject of Alan, I've noticed a while ago that pretty much every major piano channel covered at around the same time. Did I miss something? Was that something like
Yeah,
some sort
you
of
missed something.
coordinated effort?
I think you missed
What did I
something.
miss? What did I miss?
So okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I'm pretty sure that was around the time that Alan Walker died. Am I correct?
Which
Wait.
one?
Alan Walker is dead.
Is that
No, it's
No,
You're thinking of Avicii.
Avicii? Oh,
Yeah, I was
sorry,
thinking
my
Avicii
bad.
as well.
I
I'm
would
so
say
bad.
No.
Okay, then I don't know.
You are wrong, and you have been corrected.
Yes, I did say correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm glad you did correct me because that
There
was
you
way
go.
off. But yeah, I actually don't know then. When was this? Because I don't remember recently.
Like in the past 6 months, and the song is like from 2015. Like it's not
Which song is it?
recent. Faded.
Oh,
That's
The
Alan.
only
That's
reason-
Alan
yeah.
Walker.
I remember we covered it because we saw that it was like Peter Polita X's biggest video. There wasn't really any other reason, I think, apart from maybe there was another Alan Walker release around the same time, and we were trying to release both soon after each other.
I see. Yeah, I know around the same time Rousseau also covered it, and Tom's covered, and a couple other channels. So I was just like, where's this suddenly coming from? On that subject, though, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but recently something similar happened with Ludovico Einodi's song Nuvola Bianche. Probably mispronouncing it, but I don't speak French, so I don't. Like several channels covered it, including myself and Rousseau, and that was a complete coincidence for me anyway, because I learned it, I recorded it, and like the day before I wanted to release it, Rousseau released his version. So I was just like, what? And at the same time, I didn't want to like double up on it, so I just waited like 3 months to like sort of let it pass, and then release my version. And then I wanted to release it again, and then like the week before, Tom's channel also uploaded it, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I just like put it out there. But it was really funny how so the same songs sometimes get cut by many channels at the same time. Has this ever happened to you?
Fire and Flames, anyone?
Yep.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, remember
That's
that?
right. Our Fire and the Flames were like right next to each other.
Yeah.
Andrew had arranged that whole thing, and then yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, then I beat you to the punch.
Yeah,
No,
the
that's
funny
alright.
thing is then the comments all explode with, hey, you're copying that person, or like, are you just redoing this guy's song? But it's really just, you know, there's only so many songs to go around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've found the perfect screen cap right here. I'm just going to add it into the group. This really illustrates a lot of what goes on in piano YouTube. This isn't the recommended of the stream.
Oh, God.
Oh, the recommended of the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Well, my recommended anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. Two of them are actually the same 2 years, 1500 to 2008.
Oh my gosh.
It seems to be a running theme with Tom's.
Yeah, I've noticed
Yeah.
that too.
I'm going to have a little looky here. May 14, 2018. July 12, 2018. So our Lord Vinhetiero put this up in May, and then 2 months later, Tom's uploaded the same video the same years. Yeah. And I mean, Andrew and I really want to put out more list videos, you know, all sorts of silly lists and things. They're all very fun.
They seem to do pretty well as well, hey?
They do.
Yeah, we like merging songs together. We make like a medley version of it as well. It's not usually just a whole piece and then the next piece, or even just an excerpt. There's some sort of connection in there.
Yeet.
Did you guys know about the first time? I think it was the first time Tom started to take things from another channel. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was Peter Pluter. Peter Pluter started uploading things that said "too easy" on it. It's like this song, but it's too easy. And he's actually copying Tom's, who did it first, which is. And so
whatever gets clicks, right?
Yeah. But then after a while, Tom started copying something from Peter Pluter, and I can't remember what it was, but it was just so hypocritical.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it matters that much. It's just very funny.
It is funny, yeah. I've never really thought of doing anything like that personally.
I always just try to... I just ask people. I'm like, hey, are you cool if I do that similar thing than you? And usually it's not a problem.
Well, I've never had to deal with that because I was doing original before.
Well, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
I used to think like, oh, I'm only gonna do originals because that's what, you know, that's what I like the most.
Nice.
But now I feel like, you know, it's fun to actually do covers or just remixes rather, right? And add my own personal touch to it. But then still have the original melody. And I noticed that people really like it when they can hear like the melodies that they know get like transformed or, you know, mixed up with another melody, right?
Yeah.
It's, even though it's kind of improvisational, it's not perfected, but people like it.
What's your process like when you compose your own original music? Do you sort of base it off of a style that you like, or do you like use any other song as sort of like a starting point, or do you just start with a blank page completely?
Oh yeah, that's I mean, that's a question I've gotten a lot. I think the best pieces are usually the songs that like you wake up with, you know, the melodies in your head, and it's just like stuck in there, and that's like a melody that's a, you know, like a really good idea to start with, but then just building on that, like I used to just use the piano itself without even writing sheet. I just like played out the song or played out the melody and I added to it, and then maybe it took like 2 weeks, right, or a month, but that's how I came out with the videos that have since performed the best on my channel.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah,
do like a voice recording as well? Because I know that I used to record myself just humming these melodies that I had in my head.
Oh yeah, definitely. But the best thing to do is to just pop into Sibelius and just write down a really simple version of it. Because the worst thing is to like think of a really good melody, get it.
That has definitely happened to me.
It's happened to me. Yeah.
So many.
But yeah. I think it's interesting how, you know, piano videos on YouTube has really evolved. Because back when I started YouTubing, right, that was the days of like where it was mainly just like Kyle Landry and like Animens and Marasi like doing their own covers, right, of piano.
Yeah.
And now it seems like it's really evolved into like this kind of like, you know, Synthesia obviously driven.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm looking at the videos that She Music Boss just put in. It's like that's like interesting, you know, change from the way piano videos used to be like.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think there's room for
question
everyone
here.
though.
Someone just asked, is Sibelius free? I'm pretty sure I saw that they recently changed the model and then that now they are offering like a basic version.
Yeah, there's a
that is
free
right?
version. It's pretty limited, to be honest.
But you can still like use it to write simple sheet
Yeah.
music for just a single instrument, right? Which is
Yeah.
what most people probably.
I
I
would
don't
just
know if you can print from it or anything. Maybe.
I think the export options are also pretty limited.
As long as you can export a PDF, that should be fine.
Yeah, I think that you can.
Might have to check that because they're often quite limited with what you can do in the free versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Finale Notepad that you could save, but I don't think you could print or anything.
Oh god. Just screen capture it.
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
page.
Oh, just awful. That was the first thing that I was in Finale, and then I moved to Sibelius when I went
think
to high
that's-
school.
That seems to be the story with all of us. We all started in Finale, realized it wasn't that great, and switched to Sibelius, which is better, but also far from perfect.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I just
Agreed.
started with Sibelius, so you guys are behind.
Oh, well.
Have
Oh,
you
I
tried
have a question.
Dorico?
Question for you guys.
Yep.
So when you're writing the sheet music, right? Do you use a MIDI keyboard or do you use mouse?
Yes.
I mean, just pure
For what?
mouse and keys, or do you use the MIDI keyboard to, you know, pop things into Sibelius?
Keyboard, always.
Mouse and
Yeah.
mouse always for me. I use the digital keyboard from Sibelius.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'll click the notes that I want.
I
Yeah,
just
but
find it faster to enter notes with the piano. I usually clean it up with the mouse afterwards, but the first pass, which is put in notes, I always use the keyboard.
So you use the keyboard to do the duration of the note, right? And then you use the MIDI keyboard to pop it in to select the pitch. I'm asking in general.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
It's note value and then press the keyboard.
Yeah.
One of the great advantages of working with the MIDI keyboard is that you can play chords or single notes
Oh, yeah.
straight away,
Yeah.
and there's no need to slow down. So I can do sheet music incredibly fast with that and my massive macro setup.
Oh, I'd be curious to
Sorry,
see your setup.
Massive what setup?
Macro.
Macro.
Oh, macro. At first I thought you said mackerel, like the
So,
fish.
wait, what kind
Giant
of
mackerel.
what kind of macros are you using? Like the just like shortcuts to put in like different lengths of notes or what?
Yeah, I've probably got an old list of my full macro list somewhere here. I wonder where that is.
Are these macros
Okay.
assigned to your MIDI keyboard? Like, do you use your keyboard to trigger them?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, no, they're not used to trigger the MIDI keyboard, just for all the functions in Sibelius and stuff. And some custom things that do multiple things at one time.
So let me rephrase the question. Do you trigger these macros with your keyboard keys or with the mouse?
Both, and also a macro pad. So I use a Razer. I use a Razer Naga. It's got 12 buttons on the side, and that's my dynamics.
Oh wow.
On the keyboard, I've got Razer Black Widow Ultimate. On the left-hand side, 5 macro keys. They're all set for macros. All of the F buttons are set to separate macros, as well as the insert button. And on the left, I've got a macro pad, the Razer Orb Weaver, which has got 20 buttons on it. The left-hand side, so it's a 4x5, 4 down, 5 across. On the left-hand side, 4 buttons are Escape, then move to the next macro layout, move to the previous macro layout, and then move to the first macro layout. So then I've got 16 macros for each layout on that, and I've got 8 different layouts.
You're like a sheet music factory.
Yeah, you got a lot of macros, dude.
Yeah.
It was a big task, but it was worth it.
Did you set that all up at once? Was it just like a big project?
I set it up as I went from about 2013 onward, and that was because I was inspired by Tim Davies, who's a Hollywood composer and orchestrator and stuff, and he went to my con, and he came a few times during my study there, and he was talking about how he'd set up all these shortcuts and things to work in Hollywood just to get everything done really, really quick. So,
oh wow,
he's done huge work. He worked on like Frozen and the Simpsons movie and a lot of like new movies as well. Anywhere from conducting and arranging, orchestrating the scores and stuff. And he's even written music for some series as well. I think Troll Hunters is one he's done a whole series on. It's,
wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
I've got a question over here. So it's a 2-part question. What is the video on your channel that you both that you like the most, and what is the one that you dislike the most? And also, side note, we've got about 14 minutes left timed in this stream because it's just a 2-hour stream. So just keeping that in mind. What
happens if we go over?
Well, YouTube
ends.
shuts down forever.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, dramatic.
So the
no
stakes are
biggie.
high. Perfect.
Uh-huh.
I operate best under pressure.
Yeah. So yeah. What would be your guys' favorite and least favorite video of yours? Separate, of course.
Someone's gotta go first.
I believe in
Alright,
that.
I'll go.
Oh, lucky.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I-
Yeah.
So, my favorite video is my cover for Bohemian Rhapsody. I was pretty proud of that cover, and I gave it to Myra Vieira, and it did really well on his channel. Aiton's gonna do a video on it soon, so I'm pretty happy about that. My least favorite video, sadly, is also my most viewed video, and it was from when I was 16 years old. I went to New Zealand's Got Talent and played the piano blindfolded. So I uploaded that as like a 1,000 subscriber special, and I talked to the camera, and every time I watch this video, I just see this awkward 16-year-old that can't sit straight, can't look at the camera, and that just happens to be my most viewed video. So yeah, nothing I can do about it now, but look at it and cringe.
If it's New Zealand's Got Talent, then I can understand.
New Zealand's Got Talent was a bit of a mess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that's my answer. Someone else can go next.
Yeah. My least favorite video is probably when I did Chopin's Revolutionary Etude.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was like playing around at that time, so I finished it, and then I wrote like this. I had this message, fadeaway message that said like Chopin was a boss, right? Just like I don't know why I put that there, just to like And then now I look at it, I'm like, why was I? It just didn't fit the vibe of that song.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, but now I leave it up because, well, you know, one of the more popular videos. I think that's really why I wouldn't take it down, just because it's still getting a lot of hits, you know?
Yeah.
And your favorite video?
My favorite video will probably be the one I just uploaded, which I finally joined this like this particle game that everyone's doing, like Russo and I don't know, Patrick and guys. The particle. Oh, Lyric, the originator.
Whatever. No one cares.
Alright.
How's the flu?
Oh yeah. But I think, you know, the visuals really definitely add to it, even though, you know, the music itself is always going to be the main point.
Yeah.
But just having those nice visuals, I think, gets people excited.
It sure does.
Yeah.
And what about you, Atin?
Are we just gonna skip Samuel? He's next in line on my screen.
Really? I mean, you're at the front though.
Not on
for
mine.
my screen.
I guess so. Sure. So my least favorite video, since that seems to be the one that we're starting with, I guess I can list the one that's still up and the one that I unlisted. When my cover or my performance of Chopin's Fantasy Impromptu hit 1 million views, I took it down because it wasn't up to my standards anymore. Like when I recorded it, I just wasn't there from a technical standpoint. Like, okay, but pretty messy.
I think I remember that video.
Yeah, I know. That was a long time ago.
That was a very long time ago.
Wow.
But yeah, I didn't want it to blow up beyond a certain point when I wasn't really happy with it, so I unlisted it. And in terms of videos that just is still up and I'm not super proud of, that would be probably the second trailer for Star Wars Rogue One, which is one of my orchestral covers, just because it's not a very good piece. Like it's fine, but it's just really and the only reason I did it was because I was really I was really hyped up for the film, and I was excited to do more trailer stuff. But then, like a week after it was out, I figured it wasn't nearly as good as the other ones, and I left it up. But it's just I don't really like it. And in terms of favorite videos, that's actually quite difficult. I honestly really like that like Electric String Remix, Lyric Lone Digger arrangement. I think that turned out really. It never blew up, but I think it's a cool track, and I still enjoy it very much. And for piano performances, I'd say it's probably my Cantina band cover. Just because that just feels the most like my own achievement, to be honest. Because I mostly play other people's arrangements, but that one was my own, for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's a really fun track.
It is a fun track. It is one of my favorite songs from Star Wars of all time.
Yeah, for good reason.
Yeah. Very iconic as well.
Absolutely.
And what about you, Samuel?
So, as far as like not favorite goes, I could potentially say some of those song covers that just didn't really want to do, like one of the ones we just recently put out, like 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. I'm like, what is this? Never heard of this before. It's not really that fun. But some of the other videos that I really enjoyed putting out was just like the silly bonuses, because I get to have fun doing dumb edits. Like when I did the original B video, that was on New Year's Day in 2018, and it was just full of dumb stuff. and then it got taken down for spam.
Oh my
And
god.
so
Yeah.
I enjoyed editing that into Rush B. So I think probably Rush B is one of my favorites for sure, just because I got to put the silly intro on the front, and I always have fun doing that sort of stuff. So I reckon
Rush
that
B
keeps
is
it.
awesome.
As far as music, like musically goes, some of the Eurobeat stuff is my favorite.
Yeah,
I like Gas, 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 or yeah, Running in the 90s,
Yeah,
Deja Vu. They're all so good. They're excellent.
they're good. I still find myself humming Gas, Gas, Gas once in a while.
Yeah.
I guess I should answer the question too. So mine are pretty simple. My favorite video is my Megalovania fandom medley. That was a huge the composition is from someone else, but it's like a huge mashup of oh my gosh, the list is so huge. Like there was well, you know, Megalovania, there was from Undertale, of course. There was like Gravity Falls and like Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, Smash Bros, Off. Gosh, yeah, there's a whole bunch. So it was just fun to put that all together, and like getting in touch with all of the artists to use like a whole bunch of different backgrounds. That whole process took like several months. Like it was pretty insane. It was like the biggest project I ever did, and it's definitely the video I'm most proud of. And the video that I liked the least is actually my cover of Disbelief, which is my most popular video, but I dislike it because it's the most popular despite me not having put a lot of effort into it. Like it was supposed to be like a one-off, like just fun thing that I did a request on stream, you know. It was just a random request I did, and now it's like almost 5 million views or more. I don't know anymore. Like I wish I put more effort into it if I knew that like everyone would like it this much, but I kind of just like treated it like a random request, and I wish I put more effort into it.
I think that's something we all wish we could do. Just go back and polish a video a little more that we didn't know would go where it ended up going.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting update from chat that it's 5.1 million right now. So wow, that actually recently must have passed the 5 million mark.
Congratulations, that's a huge number.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeet. Yeah, so we have
My
about-
most popular video is like 3.6 or something.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Well, it's
amazing
original,
actually.
so yeah.
Have you guys worked on a video outside of your channel that got very popular?
Like on a different channel or just outside YouTube in general?
No, on a different channel.
Yes, so like that Bohemian Rhapsody cover I was talking about has like almost 4 million views on Mario Vera's channel.
Wow.
I'm pretty happy about that.
I'd worked on this. I'll link it in here. This old thing 7 years ago. Wonder what was popular 7 years ago. But I made the soundtrack to this.
What? That is
Wow.
amazing.
6
Can we-
million views.
Actually, I want to listen to this on stream. Hold on. I'll change the background music after this.
So you wrote this?
Yeah, except they pitched it. They pitched it up or down or something. A whole semitone. I don't know why.
Alright, I'm playing it now for them. And so were you in touch with the voice actors or for this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were you knew who you were writing the pieces for, pretty much.
Well, sort of. I mean, we were all in what sort of server? Some chat server. Oh, I don't even know if it was IRC or MSN Messenger groups or something.
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
even remember. What could it have been? What chat was popular back 7 years ago?
7 years ago.
ICQ.
ICQ? Nah, it wasn't that.
No,
I
that
remember
was
using that
not
only
good.
very briefly.
What did I use 7 years ago? Gosh, I don't remember. That was so long ago, actually.
Hmm.
That being said, it is about time to wrap it up. That was a good,
Yeah.
great panel, in fact. I had a whole ton of fun. What about you guys?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Heaps of fun.
Yeah.
I gate crashed a bit.
Oh, yeah, no, that's a-okay. A surprise guest, we'll call it.
I don't feel guilty at all. That's the point.
It's a live stream, so anything can happen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anything
We should
and
do it
everything.
again for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, these are really chill.
Yeah, maybe next time we don't wait too. We just wait like a couple weeks.
Yeah, let's make it a bigger announcement next time too. This one was kind of last minute, but I'm glad everyone made it still.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for hosting this, Lyric.
Oh yeah, no problem. My pleasure, really.
And thank
And,
you all for participating. That's awesome.
Thanks
Yeah.
for inviting.
Yeah, I mean, just want to say like it's good that there's like an active community on like the Discord for YouTube pianists.
Yeah, I really did think that like it was missing for just like the longest time, and like at one point I was just like, I'm just gonna invite a whole bunch of my pianist friends over.
It's really nice that there is such activity and like some camaraderie between all the channels. I just wish we could get a hold of more channel owners to do this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I think for sure that doing this sort of stuff and making it more public and making it a bigger part of our lives is just the first step in making the community grow, just as a whole.
Yeah.
I'd
I
really love to
reckon-
see that.
Yeah. Is there a way to get in touch with some of the others like Vinheterio or Tom's or even
Tom's is over in there,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's part of the server already.
Yeah,
He doesn't participate
nice.
all too much, but he's there.
yeah.
I didn't see him join.
Same with
I tried
same with
really
Kyle.
hard to get him to join.
Same with Kyle Henry. He's also on the server every now and then.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, I've seen him talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always really cool. And
is.
the mythical beast, which is Peter Pluta, and I've sent him one email, and he responded. He sent me like a one sentence response. So he does exist. He's a real person.
He exists.
But I've never ever seen him make a single comment on his YouTube channel.
Wow.
And he's got like 2.5 million subscribers or something.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But what Lyric and I have been doing at the beginning of this server was we just reached out to other creators, like you, for example, just like send an email or comment on a video, be like, hey, we're doing this. We're trying to build a community. Do you want to be a part of it? And I'd say overall, most people got back to us saying, hey, this is a good idea. And at least they checked it out. Not everyone stuck around, but that's fine.
Yeah.
We just have to keep spreading the word and finding cool channels that can add to this community and make it flourish.
Yeah. And we're
Sounds
definitely
good.
always looking for more ways to make it a more interactive community, especially around the YouTuber scene. And these panels are just one of those many things that we're trying out to see how we can really make the community more interactive and making people want to be a part of this, you know?
Yeah, because in the
Yeah.
end, it's really cool for all the fans and all the people who watch the videos. And it's also really cool for us just see where everyone's coming from, what everyone's doing, and if there's a problem, say for example with YouTube, it also is it's so helpful to else's perspective and insight on things. Like we can really help each other out a lot as well.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
and I'm open to doing collaborations. You know, if
Awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome.
I was definitely.
Yeah, that'd be rad.
Yeah, so good.
So yeah, all these guys' channels are linked in the description of the stream, by the way, except for Samuel, who came in late.
That's
But
right.
I mean, he's Sheet Music Boss. I mean, you guys, like, I guarantee you guys know him already. But yeah, you can check him out. It's been a great panel, and I'm glad you guys tuned in despite it being a late notice. And I'm glad everyone here was able to attend, and that Samuel jumped in, kind of on the
pleasure.
fly. That was a fun addition, for sure. We'll
that's
probably
good.
have another one of these. I don't know, within a month, I'd say, but who knows, right? Our schedules are pretty crazy.
I'm just really impressed
Our
with,
time zones
with
are
all the
crazy.
different time zones and
Oh yeah,
schedules. Like that's awesome. Let's keep it up.
yeah. We're Atten and I. We're on the West Coast, and let's see, Samuel, you're in Australia, right?
Yep.
And actually, hold
Lucky's
on,
in
wait.
New Zealand.
Lucky's in New Zealand, and Musical Basics is in New York.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay, got it. Perfect.
It's a worldwide stream.
Yes, it's
Just-
international. We are international
Truly.
businessmen in an international business meeting.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's been a ton of fun, guys. Well, thank you again, everyone, for tuning in. We will be live again sometime in the future, so be sure to join the YouTube Piano Community Discord, which is at the top of the description in the stream. And we will be announcing our next stream over there. And until then, this is our goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.